In 2017, one Weeaboo photojournalist, Kaiser Trigger, decided to partake in the kingdom of Weeabooism and go to an anime convention. He left scarred, but somehow left with enough of himself intact to stay somewhat sane. He said he'd never go to another anime convention ever again. Unfortunately for him, his supervisors would hear nothing of it and demanded he go again. What would he find? What secrets did he learn or relearn after entering the cringe cave known as an anime convention? What did he see at 2018's Anime Matsuri? Elite Senshi Hentai Toku Sentai
Toku Sentai Toku Sentai Toku Sentai Toku Sentai 5 and 1 2 get her! We are the Hentai Force!
Within the world of conventions, you'll find a plethora of oddities that deviate from social norms. People reeing at every corner, awkward cosplayers that make you lose your brain cells, and a very high-octane amount of autism.
I don't know about you, but I think I die every time I show up here. I die a little bit on the inside. This is Anime Matsuri, yeah. It's a place I go to purify myself of normalness. The place I go to remind myself that I'm a fucking degenerate. So, I'm gonna find a bunch of degenerate people like me, and I'm gonna want to kill myself by the end of it.
Kaiser Trigger had gotten a second load of this firsthand, ranging from a man dressed in a maid outfit with a little too much hair, to a plethora of Dragon Ball Z and Super cosplays, advice from Shar Aznable,
Commander Shar.
Be good or I'm gonna drop a colony on you. Directly on your house. I know where you live.
and even the likes of Lord Frieza himself. Kaiser Trigger did not walk away without the damage of smelling unwashed bodies near used popcorn bags.
Tickets ahoy. It smells like shit in here. It smells like used popcorn. Used popcorn bags. I'm dying here. Everybody's fucking... smells like shit in here. This is Degenerate Central. Holy shit. God damn.
What's worse, however, is the experience he had when he had come across what looked like Popoko and Pipimi from the recent hit anime Pop Team Epic. Whatever they did to their hands to get them that big, I don't think anyone here, let alone Mr. Trigger, knows. It almost got deadly when he came across the murderer of mortals Goku Black, and nearly angered him to the point of retaliation. Thankfully, he merely stated the obvious in response to Kaiser's insanity-induced rhetorical questions.
Oh, so what brings you here today, Goku Black? Are you gonna kill all the Ningens, huh?
Yes, I'm going to send all of you filthy Ningens back to the plantation.
Things got a little awkward when he started to question the lengths of Kirito's sword and believed that he might not be as well endowed as fellow weebs might believe. After leaving behind the Black Knight, Kaiser had noticed that there was an unusual influx of Ruby cosplayers. He failed to find a single Yang, but he did find several Cinders as stated in his report.
There are so many Ruby cosplays here today that I don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot more than last year.
It was at this point, though, that we could see the effects of the con on his sanity and whatever may have been left of his life, as he began to openly admit he has fate waifus in a most unhealthy tone of voice, filled with geeky eroticism.
It's my waifu. That's my waifu. So is this. That's my waifu too. Oh, yeah.
He even began to masturbate on camera in front of a car with one of the many forms of a lolly vampire waifu. At first, we thought this would be the worst of it, but we were wrong. He then began to hallucinate that a figure that he had purchased from the con of a trash waifu had started talking to him after he had offered her a hit of his vape. You want to take a hit of my vape?
Wait, what the fuck?
We have not heard back from him since he delivered his report. He is most likely weebified and masturbating furiously to things no man should masturbate to. R.I.P. Kaiser Trigger. Yeah, no, I'm fine. No. So basically, all jokes aside, I went to an anime convention, 2018 Anime Matsuri in Houston, Texas. And so, I visited there. There was some stuff that I didn't really film because I couldn't pay to get into it. I didn't want to. Like, for example, the Evangelion exhibition, $10, but I didn't feel like going. But then you had, like, the Maid and Butler cafes, and I always wanted to get footage of those things, but it was like $40 to $50 per person. I mean, for a fucking maid cafe, like, I expect it to be like this. And then there was Hentai Fest, which from what I gather, was just people watching hentai together. Like, for all I know, people just started unzipping their pants and just jerking off in the fucking room. Or who knows, maybe it was something different. Maybe it was like a fucking orgy. Hell, somebody even told me, this guy on screen told me that, fuck man, there was a fucking Naruto orgy last year. Like where people would gather together, Naruto cosplayers and a bunch of like just fucking retards would just go at it and just do all kinds of dirty, disgusting shit. I mean, from what I heard, from what the guy told me, he said it was like a bunch of gay dudes, right? And just a few straight dudes and one girl getting bukkakied by the straight dudes. Like, fuck, wow. For all I know, like fucking Tenten was getting bukkakied by a bunch of Narutos and Sasukes. And who knows, maybe the gay dudes were doing it too. Maybe being gay is a choice, man. Oh man. Well, at least for weeaboos, I guess. But yeah, that's about it. That's what really went on. So, that's Anime Matsuri 2018. The dealer room was okay. I picked up a pair of foam nunchucks. They're red. Those things that you practice with. I think they're for practice. I don't know. The chain may be a little weak on them, but whatever. I think they're for practice, so I'm going to practice with them. I also picked up a new waifu. Anime Matsuri is where I picked up that Saber figure that I used in this one video, and I picked up that Goku figure that I had before, which I still have, from LA, when I visited my sister in California back in 2016. I also got an ocarina from Ocarina of Time, right? Pretty fun little thing. I got a pipe to smoke out of, if I want to put nice little tobacco in there, aromatics, whatever. Just break it in there with some mild tobacco and there you go. And also I got a $10 wooden crossbow, so that's nice. It's a little fun little gadget, It shoots the ones with like the rubber tips or whatever, So it's not going to kill anybody. Unless you shoot them in the eye or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it. So, I guess it's not bad. Adding more stuff to put on my fucking lonely ass shelf. So yeah. Bye.